If you landed here, it is not by chance. Today we're going to get a message from the Work Your Light Oracle Cards deck and see what Spirit has to say. All right, we got two cards here. We got Answer the Call. What is your soul calling you to do? All right. And then we also got Transformation. Things are changing at the cellular level. Deep healing. Okay, these are both really, really interlinked. What Spirit's saying, it's not like one comes in any particular order because we are existing in the spacious present. Actually, I was thinking about that this morning. I had a thought about whatever, my car insurance or something like that, and literally a minute later I got a text message about my question from my car insurance company, which was really funny because it's not like I hear from them often, right? I don't even generally get texts from them. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Did I have the thought and then I got the reflection back, or was the text message calling me in and I kind of picked up that it was coming in? So this is kind of what's coming to mind as Spirit saying, as humans, you often think that the past is informing your present and your future, but realize that your future is actually calling you forward. So what is your soul calling you to do? You're actually being called forward, and your future self is pulling us forward. So those intuitions and inspirations you're getting, some people use the language higher self or all that is, spirit, but it can also be we're multidimensional beings, so it could be our future self is calling us forward. So what is your soul calling to do? Your destiny is calling you to step into who you really are. We are, the way Spirit sees us, I'm hearing the way Spirit sees us is holistically. They don't look at just this particular moment. They're looking at our entire evolution from childhood, from the moment we're conceived, all the way until we transition out of this vessel. And that is how Spirit sees us. Everything is existing in the simultaneous present, all at once, all at the same time. So we're experiencing the unfolding of what Spirit says to me is our divine design. So you're often called forward to do. You get these ideas and these intuitions. That's Spirit saying, hey, that's your future self saying, hey, this way, you have a magnetic pull, right? So, and then once we start moving in that direction, things start changing at the cellular level. There's deep healing and integration that needs to happen so that you can become this next version of you. That's what I'm hearing. It's totally normal. It's totally part of the process. And I was just sharing in the last video that when this process happens, often we see huge interruptions in the reflection. Like we might be pulled into like a hermit stage. We might be pulled into deep solitude, you know, into the chrysalis because the caterpillar needs to become a butterfly. During this process, deep healing is taking place. This actually reminds me of a few days I had a major ascension symptom I've never had before. Many of us probably, if you're tuned into something like this message, you might have also experienced, you know, in the medical world, they call it tinnitus or tinnitus. But for me, it's almost like very high-pitched tuning forks. I've got a tuning fork here, 528 hertz. But the frequencies I get in my right and left ear, they often are confirmations. So I really feel like it's Spirit speaking to me. Very high-frequency beings or entities come in, and the frequencies I hear are much higher than this tuning fork. They're very, very high and refined. Sometimes they're just so subtle, they're almost beyond perception. But I had a new one, so I'm going to share it for any of you. Just heads up, of course, you know, if you have a medical condition, please go to your physician and check it out. But I had like a release of DMT or something, which is endogenous. I wasn't doing breath work, I wasn't meditating or anything. I had just finished doing some recordings, and all of a sudden, it felt like I had a release of endogenous DMT, and all of a sudden my vision became like, it wasn't even all of my vision, it was just part of my vision. Part of my vision became like fractal kaleidoscope, which has never happened to me before. It started as a small circle, and then it like expanded into a ring, and then it was gone in like 10 minutes. And sure, of course, my first thought was, what the heck is going on? But I calmed down and I started, I just was like, I'm so happy and grateful. My eyes are good. And it was happening in both eyes equally. So I knew it was something happening in my brain. And then I started getting the ringing in my ears. And then I might have even seen, I often see like sparkles, which I've seen since childhood. And I really feel like those are my angels or my spirit team. And I'm sure there's a physiological component to that because there often is in this world. There's both. And I would see, and I saw like blue sparks, like a blue flash also. So later I went for a walk. I was called to go for a walk after this experience. Actually, this is what changed the experience. Is I went outside for a walk and it happened to be sunny and it was really beautiful, and immediately everything got right. And spirit said to me, they were like, this was just a little minor ascension symptom. You're getting some upgrades. You've got some cellular healing going on. We're doing some tweaks. And, there's a very delicate, of course, it's very supported, but a delicate chemistry, physiology going on as this is happening. And, sometimes there's a little leakage, so you might notice a little ringing in your ear or something like that. But, of course, take it as it resonates. Use your discernment here. Medical conditions, that's outside the scope of this video. But for those of you who are on this level, a lot of these are ascension symptoms. So I just wanted to share that here. I was just inspired to share that. This deep cellular healing is happening as you step into your new version of yourself, and you're being called forward by your future self. That's what I'm hearing today. If you enjoyed this message, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I really appreciate it. This is a new channel. We're exploring metaphysics, manifesting, mysticism, and the nature of reality here. And if you're interested in coaching or Akashic record readings or visionary art, you can find that information in the description box below. I will never reach out to you first, and I will wait for you to personally message me first. Okay, thank you so much. Have a blessed day, and catch you in the next message.